My question has to go with friends with benefits. I want to know what guys think about that. Is that like something they see as a short-term thing or as a long-term thing?
What? Benefits?
If they meet, yes.
What, friends that have future?
I don't understand.
But that depends on the...
No, I know. Wait.
No, but that's my question to the guys. I want to know if they have a really, really good friend and they take it to the next level.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's just...
What?
Oh, friends.
But it still stays friends.
It's still casual sex, friends with benefits. But the thing...
But we're talking about a good friend, not just like...
But you know what?
A friend you met at the club. You know what I mean? But like a good friend.
It could go either way. It could go either way.
But I want to hear I really want to hear what their perspective is from different men, like on that situation. Like if they meet, they have a friend, and a lot of times, well, I'm just curious as to what their perspective is, because I know, well, I've heard that that they don't want to do anything. They're afraid to take it to the next level because that's a friend. Because we have such a good friendship. So I'm just curious as to,
Okay, that's how I feel about it.
Let's let her speak on it, please.
All right, the thing about friends with benefits is it's just casual sex. And see, as women, we naturally, if we cannot have that. We cannot have that. Wait. You can for a period. For a certain period. But then later on, your feelings start to
I disagree with that.
And then the guy...
Not for every dude. Not for every dude. Not for every dude.
And then the thing is, then you as a woman have a choice. You have to decide, well, okay, am I going to continue this friendship with benefits? Because otherwise, you know you're going to get yourself into a situation where you're going to be hurt because he's not reciprocating the same kind of feelings that you are into this lovemaking that you're calling love.
That is how if you take it to the next level.
Let me say this. I'm sorry.
I've gone both ways. I felt like you had,
because you want to know why? That's bullshit. Excuse my language. That is
is
pure bullshit. The reason why I tell you no, it is because you know I'm gonna tell you why. Because when that was your platonic friend, somewhere in you, and you didn't want to admit to it, you had some type of feeling.
That's true.
I've had male friends. I'm not gonna say friend. I had one male friend in particular. I've known him for a long time, like high school. And we agreed, he was fine, good-looking guy. He had a nice personality, but I knew he was not the one for me.
Right.
But the sex was off the hook. We would have sex, go out that night, and I would try to hook him up with another girl because I had no interest in him whatsoever.
No,
that's not different.
But she's saying, but her point
He was my strictly platonic friend. But if I liked him and I was interested in him at some smidgen, no, I would not give him
he's not a friend with
that.
benefits. He's a friend that you're holding as a friend until you get more.
Right.
And that's different.
And you said
that's very different because
Right.
there are people you acknowledge up front. I cannot spend the rest of my life
with that person.
He is good.
Most women know right away from jump.
Yeah,
a couple things.
Yeah,
if that's somebody from when you time to meet a person, whether it's somebody you're willing to sleep with, or somebody you will fuck, or somebody that you from the first instance, if it's somebody that you would be willing to be in a relationship with. And as far as the friends with benefits is concerned, it can go either way. I mean, it can be a friend with benefits, and it can go that way. But sometimes the best relationships come from people who have been friends for years. Sometimes those are the best relationships. So it can go either way, and that's why it's so sticky because there's so many issues involved with that. Is it going to ruin the friendship? Or is it going to blossom into like the best relationship that you ever had because you are such good friends?
But it's again a situation where the woman has control, and it's still, but if you are the woman and you he's your friend and you're still kind of feeling and you're still kind of on the background thinking, I think I might want to get with him.
You have a little bit of feeling for
then you determine the course of that relationship.
You set yourself up. If you have a smidgen of feelings for your friend,
then you are setting yourself up. Don't go there. You are setting yourself up.
And when he kicks you to the curb and just treats you like another piece of that, you mad at yourself.
You know front that you have now decided to do anything else, then you have knocked yourself out. You run your shit too. You have to be on the same mindset. You do that.
And then when you get hurt, and then I hate when my girls come to me, but I'm like, when you do that,
we all have that girlfriend that makes crazy, stupid mistakes. We all have at least one.
And you can't hear me,
right?
Try to teach them the error of their way.
But some of them just don't learn.
The guys, if you could pick one characteristic and just one, what would that be as far as your wife is concerned? Like, if you could pick one characteristic from a lady or a young woman.
What did they have to have?
What's the characteristic that made you choose your wife?
I think that's a really hard. Yeah, it's a hard answer. I don't know.
That's a loaded question too.
Yeah, it's a setup too. It was a combination of things. No, it was a combination of things because, I mean, we were friends. We were that thing y'all were talking about. We were friends that were having sex. I knew other guy, that she was dating, and I had a girlfriend at home. We were in school together. So we really had it was a friendship. We were friends.
See?
We were friends. We were friends at first, and that made the difference. We were really friends. We were able to be open, completely open with each other. And that helps, because you really find out who a person is. And a lot of times we don't give each other enough time. We don't give relationships enough time.
Well, I know I got a good ass man, and I'm very happy.
Isaac is a good man.
Hey, my man, that's because you hid, shorty. That's because you hid.
No.
I know, I'm joking.
He's a good guy.
I'm joking.
Damn it.
So, like, in choosing a mate, a lot of people make so many mistakes in choosing a mate because everybody has this idealistic view of marriage and the white picket fence and the 2 kids and how it's supposed to be. So they go out and choose somebody that they think is going to propel their life into that ideal fit that mode, even though that's not somebody that they're really compatible with. You know what I mean? And then they get into the relationship and they try and when it all falls apart and it doesn't work, then they don't understand what happened.
But if you want the big house and the picket fence, you need to create that for yourself. Don't depend on somebody else to do it for you.
But I'm just saying, I'm not saying that the person is depending on it, but when in choosing a mate, people look for certain qualities in a person, like, a guy that's maybe out all the time or a little wild all the time might look for a female who's, very, kind of quiet and, goes to the library and, I'm just saying.
These ain't got no friends, don't want no friends.
They're specifically looking for a certain type of woman that in reality is not compatible with them.
That's not going to compete with them. That's what that is.
Oh, that's not what I'm saying.
Exactly. It is their security because a man who's out ripping and running being wild is not going to want his woman out there ripping and running wild.
That's just an example. I'm just saying people don't always make the right decisions in choosing a person for marriage.
I agree.
For marriage.
And a lot of people do it based off convenience. When I'm 35 now,
a lot of men do it because the woman looks good.
I need to settle down.
They got somebody who looks good.
And on paper, the person looks good, but like you said, emotionally stable and then being actually compatible is not it. So then they fall in a trap, and then they have the financial issues, and they have the 2.2 kids, and then 5 years later they divorce, and she get home with her mom cussing and fussing because she don't have no money and all that good stuff.
Is that 2 kids in the dog?
Was
that 2?
It's really dumb. They just had a statistic.
Chandra, when you asked that
Some
question,
families,
I
2.5,
literally, I looked at Joy and I was like, how do you answer that question? Because you said you asked for one characteristic, and I thought
I know what my one characteristic.
because I've never thought of it that way, and then we sit here and had a little brainstorming session because I was like, how do you answer a question like that? And then we both were like, it's security. If a man is secure with himself, then nothing else really matters.
Absolutely.
Yes. I mean, and that's you know what? And I learned something new tonight. I never thought of it that way because I always think that it has to be a plethora of all these characteristics that fit together in whatever way that makes sense at the time. But
that's like one of the first things.
What's yours?
Who told
Perfect gentleman, that is important.
is that he's comfortable with himself.
Exactly.
And that's it. And I was like, wow. I had to sit back and think about that for a minute.
Because if he likes to have his salad tossed, then I'm joking. I just went back to that. Hey, you got to really be comfortable with yourself.
Quick question for y'all: how many of y'all think a man or guy makes you complete?
No.
Ain't no woman in here gonna admit to that shit.
I will admit that I have girlfriends and I know people that, and even if they won't admit it, they don't feel like they're complete without a man, and they always have to have a man, or they're always searching for a man. They can't be content and just being them and just, feeling good and living life. There's got to be a man involved, whether it's the search for one or they have to have one. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely want somebody a companion, somebody to be with, but I'm content, and maybe it took me a while to get to that point to just to be content with me and just have my own and learn about myself and learn about what I want. And so I'm at that point where I don't necessarily. That's why a lot of times I'm like, yo, let's just be friends. We can, we can hang out. We can hang out. We can hang out.
You know what you mean? Let's just fine.
But I think
friends with benefits. No, I mean I want to be in love.
Oh, shit.
I want to be in love just like the next. I want to be in love like the next person. But the thing is, I feel like that is a lot of times that's so elusive, and when you're looking for it, it's not gonna come.
See, that's what
you know what I mean?
Because you're looking for it.
Well, that's exactly what my question is. You throw yourself off. My question is, can men tell when a woman is looking for a man?
Hell yeah, you can tell.
No child look man. We may know that you're looking for a man to settle down with, and we'll continue to deal, and knowing that that's not what we're doing. Right?
Sandra?
Yeah.